Hey, it's Sada K, and welcome to the sound check.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so this week I'm going to keep things quick. I am quickly learning that life can pick up really fast. I've had a lot going on. Can't wait to share everything with you, but let's get into things that hit this week. So the last 2 weeks have been extremely busy for me. As soon as I committed to doing this, of course, I booked a lot of things. If you don't know, I am represented by an agency. Actually, my whole family is, all four of us. And we just started getting all kinds of things on our plate. And so for me in particular, I booked a few things by myself, some things with the family, and we had auditions and all kinds of things. And if you've never been a part of that world, it's a lot of emails, a lot of back and forth, a lot of confirmations, a lot of things last minute. And so I have been going nonstop. Oh, and we actually did a road trip in between all of that as well. And I was just been working, doing all the jobs that I do. So it's been interesting because the thing that hit this week was just really longing for joy, someone to celebrate it with. Yes, I have my husband, but one of the things that I really missed was being able to call my mom. That has been something that really has hit hard for the last couple of weeks for me. So it has taken me some time to even make this video because I have been navigating through so much. As much as I want to be consistent with this, I actually really want to make sure that I'm giving myself grace and giving myself the space to navigate through things, because I was literally sitting in a green room this week fighting tears because I wanted to call my mom so bad and tell her about these things. And it made me want to share today because I know that a lot of people think like when you navigate through life with grief that, you know, the happy times are what brings you great joy. But unfortunately, in my situation, sometimes the happiest times are the hardest because there's always that layer of, dang, I wish my mom was here. Dang, I wish I could call my mom. And I found myself really trying to chase that feeling. I described it to my husband as me trying to like chase a high. And that's kind of how I felt when I was trying to find that feeling of just somebody being genuinely excited, super hype, and giving me that energy that my mom always gave me when something was going on. Like, I feel like I was put in a position where, yeah, the NFL thing was cool, but now you got this, and now you got this, and now you got this, and it's like, hold up, like, you know that meme where the girl's like, prepare to get sick of me. Like, I feel like folks are kind of sick of me, and it's been like not intentional, but I can tell like when I'm like, oh, I can't do that because now I got this, or I don't really feel like I have that space where I can just call somebody and get the beautiful reaction that I would get from my mom. And that's okay. Like, I know people are happy for me. My husband is very chill, so I've never gotten that from him. Like, he's super hype. He's like, cool. But that's like about as high as it's gonna get. And so with my mom, she would be like, girl, what now? What you doing? What you got going on now? Okay, how do I need to pray? Like, you know, it was just like a beautiful, genuine joy. And I wanted to share because I really want people who have that in their life to cherish it, because once it's gone, it is gone. And I am having to come to reality, no matter how many of my aunties or uncles or brothers or my own dad or anybody that I try to call, it's like never gonna be the same. And it's even hard for me to like talk about it now. And just facing that reality is tough for me, even almost 7 years after she's passed. I miss her, and I'm really excited about things that are taking place in my life. I had a very rough last, I don't know, 6 months or so, and I've been struggling and praying and trying to just shift my energy and hoping for things to turn around. And now it feels like it's that season where things are turning around, and I'm really grateful, but I also really just wish I had her around too. And it's okay to feel that way. I'm giving myself the grace to feel that way. And there's nothing wrong with feeling that way. I think as my children grow and as cool things happen, I miss that love that only she could give. So if you have the luxury of having a beautiful love from your mother, trust me, there's nothing like it. And I pray that you cherish it as much as I did when I had it. Because even as much as I cherished it, it don't help the pain cease. It is still a tough journey. So moving on, embracing my own happiness. This is what I wrote in my blog this week. If you're new here, The Sound Lifestyle is my blog. You can go to thesoundlifestyle.com. It's where I like to share how I'm navigating through life, trying to operate with a sound mind, body, and soul, and inspiring others to do so as well. Finding your rhythm and finding the way that you can do that while following the beat of your own heart. I've been trying to figure out just like how to focus on my own happiness and not relying on anybody else's energy to get hype and be thankful. And it's not hard for me to be thankful at all, but it's hard for me to just not miss my mom during really happy times. And so I don't think that that's ever going to go away. I'm always going to miss her, but I know that she would want me to be happy and not be tripping over her not being here. Like, I can literally hear her voice like, girl, if you don't get it together, like, don't be crying in this green room. You are in a green room. You are talent today. You are doing the thing, girl. Like, come on now, get it together. My mom always told me, get it together, and I can hear it. And so I don't want to disappoint her, but I'm like, hey, I'm not, listen, this is hard, okay? I can be a baby if I want to. But I'm trying to really find that peace to just own my own happiness and enjoy it and embrace it, to where I'm not searching for other folks to fulfill that void, because it's not ever going to happen. And honestly, it makes it worse when I keep searching and searching for other ways to find joy. So I need to be able to be happy alone. And it's okay, in my own way. Like, my family supports me. I have tons of people that are like excited, and I'm not saying that anybody like was negative when I shared, but it just wasn't the same as like if I could call my mom, because I was that kid that called my mom after everything, on the way to, while I'm there, texting pictures and videos, sneaking stuff, trying to make sure she sees what I'm doing. Then afterwards, we just are loud and acting a fool afterwards. I would talk to her the whole ride home. And it's just tough missing that when you are used to having that when amazing, epic things happen. So, yeah, adjustments, all of the things, just trying to figure out how to embrace my own happiness. And if you visit my blog, you'll be able to see how I'm doing that. I won't go into it here just because there's a lot that I can just get into and it'll get too long. But visit thesoundlifestyle.com and look up the blog entry, Embracing My Own Happiness. Next segment, finding our rhythm. So normally on this segment, I like to grab some comments of things that I have posted and people have shared, but honestly, the last 2 weeks, I have not posted much on Instagram. I did just get on Threads, so I'm gonna see how I navigate through that. But I haven't really posted a lot because I have been knee deep in working and setting up all of these things that I have to do, like all these photo shoots and all of these shoots. I shot a commercial, I did some modeling, I did a shoot with my whole family, I did a big audition, our first in-person audition here, and so we had a lot, and we did a road trip, so it's been a lot. I have been busy, so I will be posting a whole lot more this week. I have a lot of content to share, a lot of editing, so I will get back into finding our rhythm and working together next week. So, ending this on a high note, I told you it was going to be a quick video today. So, the high note is that I booked a lot of cool things, and I wanted to share it with you all. So, we got to book a photo shoot for a lifestyle brand. A lot of things when we do shoot things, I have to keep it on a hush hush until everything's live, but I do have some behind the scenes that I'll show while I talk through. But my whole family, me and my boys and my husband, we got to do a shoot for a lifestyle brand in this beautiful home. And baby, I was manifesting like, yes, me too. So it was a lot of fun. The kids absolutely enjoyed it, and I'm really thankful that we got to do a shoot together. Then I booked a commercial, and I'm so excited for this to come out. It's for a big brand here in Georgia. I'm not sure where all it'll be, but it is a big deal. I got to book it by myself, which I haven't booked something by myself in a while, so I was really excited. I had to do a whole audition. I sent it in, and I got chosen. So that was a big deal, just being able to be on set. It was amazing. So I was really excited. I feel like I'm finally, after being here, I'm like finding my way. And then while I was on set for that, my agent texted me and said that another really big grocery store brand wanted to consider me for a hand model shoot. And I was like, okay. I never really thought my hands were absolutely beautiful, but sure. I told her I was available, and sure enough, like maybe an hour later, she was like, congrats, you booked it. And I was like, what? What is happening? I'm booking stuff while on set for another thing. So it was really cool. I got to shoot that, and it was amazing. I have never been in the position where I had to do like hand modeling stuff. So I was handling food and things of that nature. So I was like stirring food and pulling pizza pieces and doing all the things, and they were like reacting like, oh, ooh, ah, and I was just like, what is happening? What is life? And of course, that's the shoot where I wanted to call my mama, like, mama, guess what I'm doing now? I'm a hand model. Add that to the resume. It was just insane, so beautiful. And then I told you we went on a road trip. I know this is a lot, but you know, this is the high note because I'm so high and excited off of life right now. And so while we were in Alabama, because we went on a weekend road trip there, I got an alert that we had been chosen to do an in-person audition. There's like steps to booking this one with the boys, our whole family. I submitted all of the boys individually and then us as a family just in case, because sometimes casting does all of that. And our agent, you know, alerted us there's this casting for some holiday stuff going on. I can't, again, disclose it, the brand, but it's a really, really big brand for kids clothing. And so we went there. It was really cool. It gave me flashbacks to my childhood because it was like an in-person casting with a bunch of families and kids there, and I grew up modeling, and so it was really cool just to have those flashbacks. Again, thinking about my mom sitting with me in places like that. So, you know, my mom is always through and through all of the moments in my life, and so I'm navigating through this, just trying to do my best. It's tough when all of these beautiful things are happening, but I feel her with me, and I'm really thankful. And that was a highlight and a high note for me the last couple of weeks, and why it took me a little bit longer to get this one up, because whoo, I mean, if your head ain't spinning while I'm talking this fast, imagine living in it. It's been hustle mode, but exciting times. I feel like I'm getting my mojo back after being in a season where it was really tough, and so I'm excited to share more once those are live, and you can keep up with my Instagram to see when things are going on. I am going to post a reel this week with like a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, just clips of it real quick. But I'm really thankful. I'm in a thankful space, and yeah, that was a high note for me. As I wrap this thing up, I just want to encourage you all to love on the people that love you. Find those souls, those beautiful souls that can inspire you, that can keep you going, that can hold your hand as you navigate through moments that are tough because of the things that you are dealing with personally. Me, you know, with my grief. I'm so thankful for my husband. I'm so thankful for my mother's friends. I'm thankful for my aunts and uncles, my brothers, my dad, my children. And I know everybody doesn't have that, so I am operating in a space of gratitude there. And even though I really wish my mom was alongside with me through this, I feel her close. I feel her near. And I encourage everyone, if you have a loving mother like I do, that is just doing always the most when you are doing amazing things in her eyes, because everything that your children do sometimes can be so amazing and epic, even if it's the smallest things. Embrace that. Everybody doesn't have it. And you know, when it's no longer available to you on a regular basis, you will feel it. And so I want to encourage you all to really embrace the love that surrounds you. And if you unfortunately don't have that to embrace, I want you to embrace your own happiness. and seek peace. I hope that you all stay connected with me so you don't miss a beat. Subscribe here and follow me on Instagram and now Threads and all other socials. Instagram and Facebook and Threads is where I'm going to be right now. It's at Sada K Music, SADAKMUSIC. And until the next time, love y'all. Take care.